How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just wanted to come on here for a while and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was April 20th, 2021. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match 1, it was Joey Janela versus Will Allday. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Joey Janela went over with the Death Valley Driver. Match 2, it was SCU, which are Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, versus Ryzen and John Skyler. That was a great match, but the ending to it, SCU went over because Frankie Kazarian pinned Ryzen with the best Meltzer ever from Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. Match 3, it was Big Swole and Kylan King versus Ashley and Steph MK. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Big Swole and Kylan King went over because Big Swole pinned Ashley MK with the Dirty Dancing. Match 4, it was The Butcher and the Blade versus Brick Aldridge and Cole Carter. That was a great match, but the ending to it, The Butcher and the Blade went over because the Blade pinned Brick Aldridge with the Powerbomb Neckbreaker combination from The Butcher and the Blade. Match 5, it was Sonny Kiss versus Jake Manning. That was a quick match, but the ending to it, Sonny Kiss went over with the split leg stunner. But after the match, Sonny Kiss got on the microphone and cut a promo saying that ever since the launch of AEW, he's been shaking asses and kicking asses, and he's going to continue to do so, and everyone's going to go out with a kiss and everything, which that was cool. Match 6, it was the Dark Order, which are Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and 10 versus Ken Broadway, Midas Black, and Jay Lyon. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Dark Order went over cause Evil Uno pinned Ken Broadway with the fatality from Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. Match 7, it was Billy Gunn. Match 7, it was... Wait, that was a great match, by the way. Match 7, it was Billy Gunn versus Andrew Palace. That was a quick match, but the ending to it, Billy Gunn went over with the Famouser. But after the match, Billy Gunn got on the microphone and cut a promo on his match against QT Marshall on AEW Dynamite. Well, Billy Gunn was pretty much saying in his promo that QT Marshall has nowhere to hide, and he's going to kick his ass and everything, which that was cool. Match 8, it was Dante Martin versus Fuego del Sol. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Dante Martin went over with the 450 splash. Match 9, it was Diamante versus Queen Aminata. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Diamante went over with the straightjacket armbar body scissors combination. Match 10, it was the Varsity Blondes, which are Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, versus Kit Sackett and Hayden Backlund. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Varsity Blondes went over because Brian Pillman Jr. pinned Kit Sackett with the sit-out powerbomb diving reverse facebuster combination from Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. Match 11, it was Max Caster versus 5. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Max Caster went over with a punch in the face with Anthony Bowen's chain. But before the match, Max Caster cut a promo on 5. Max Caster pretty much done a rap on 5, which that was cool. Match 12, it was Powerhouse Hobbs versus Baron Black. that was a quick match, but the ending to it, Powerhouse Hobbs went over with the Town Business, and match 13, which was the main event, it was Pac versus Dean Alexander. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Pac went over with the Brutalizer. But besides all that, Darby Allin cut a promo on his AEW TNT title match against Jungle Boy on AEW Dynamite, saying that if Jungle Boy wants to challenge him for the AEW TNT title, then he's got to stop having a smile on his face, and he's got to take it serious, and that he's got to flip the switch and everything. Which that was cool. Ricky Starks cut a promo on Hangman Page saying that he was going to beat his ass and everything, which that was cool. And Ryan Nemeth, Cesar Bononi, and J.D. Drake were backstage. And Ryan Nemeth was pretty much talking J.D. Drake into trying to make him look sexy and everything, but Cesar Bononi was all against it and everything. Well, Ryan Nemeth showed J.D. Drake the outfits, and J.D. Drake approved of one of them, but not the other two. While Cesar Bononi kept talking shit, and J.D. Drake was trying to prove Cesar Bononi wrong, so J.D. Drake took the outfits and tried them on and everything, going to try them on and everything, but J.D. Drake was all pissed off at Cesar Bononi. Well, Ryan Nemeth was pretty much proud of himself for accomplishing another mission to get J.D. Drake to go along with his fashion sense. And Cesar Bononi was all pissed off, saying that telling Ryan Nemeth that he gets everything he wants and everything. And Ryan Nemeth just looked on and smiling, and Cesar Bononi pretty much talking. Ryan Nemeth was pretty much talking about J.D. Drake being his wingman and everything, and Cesar Bononi was all pissed off and everything, which that was cool. But besides all that, Taz and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. And Ricky Starks done guest commentary along with Taz and Excalibur during the matches of Joey Janela versus Will Allday. Hold on. Taz and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. And Ricky Starks done guest commentary along with Taz and Excalibur during the matches of Joey Janela versus Will Allday, SCU versus Ryzen and John Schuyler, Big Swole and Kylan King versus Ashley and Steph MK, The Butcher and the Blade versus Brick Aldridge and Cole Carter, Sonny Kiss versus Jake Manning, The Dark Order versus Ken Broadway, Midas Black, and Jay Lyon, and Pac versus Dean Alexander. Ricky Starks done great on guest commentary. The referees for the event were Frank Gastineau, Mike Posey, Rick Knox, Paul Turner, Bryce Remsburg, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay. Mike Posey refereed the match between Joey Janela versus Will Allday. Paul Turner refereed the match between SCU versus Ryzen and John Schuyler. Frank Gastineau refereed the match between Big Swole and Kylan King versus Ashley and Steph MK. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between The Butcher and the Blade versus Brick Aldridge and Cole Carter. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Sonny Kiss versus Jake Manning. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between the Dark Order versus Ken Broadway, Midas Black, and Jay Lyon. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Billy Gunn versus Andrew Palace. Mike Posey refereed the match between Dante Martin versus Fuego del Sol. Paul Turner refereed the match between Diamante versus Queen Aminata. Rick Knox refereed the match between the Varsity Blondes versus... Rick Knox refereed the match between the Varsity Blondes versus Kit Sackett and Hayden Backlund. Paul Turner refereed the match between Max Caster versus Five. Rick Knox refereed the match between Powerhouse Hobbs versus Baron Black. And Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Pac versus Dean Alexander. All the referees done awesome as usual. Okay, so besides all that, the match card for tonight's All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, it's gonna be Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy for the AEW TNT title. Hikaru Shida versus Ty Conti for the AEW Women's title. Billy Gunn versus QT Marshall. Christian Cage versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Hangman Page versus Ricky Starks. And Pena El Cerro Miedo versus Trent. Those are the matches that have been announced. But besides the matches that have been announced, Jim Ross will be interviewing the Pinnacle, which are MJF, Wardlow, Shawn Spears, Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, and Tully Blanchard. And Tony Schiavone will be interviewing the Inner Circle, which are Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz. So, the match card looks like it's going to be awesome. You know, the matches and the promos and segments that have been announced and everything on AEW Dynamite tonight looks like it's going to be an awesome show. I'm looking forward to seeing it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was April 20th, 2021. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is, I enjoyed it. But with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road.